what if you make uh, an anonymous account and then you try to test your partner if they will answer or reply to that text, and then later on they get interested with this anonymous account, and then the chat seems to be going well, and yung partner mo ay nagiging emotionally invested na sa anonymous account na ginawa mo. So what to do in this situation? So for the sake of discussion, let me lay out yung scenario. And then kung meron kayong mga suggestion or comments, you can write in the chat or comment section below. And then we can keep the discussion rolling. For example, sabihin na natin nagkaroon kayo ng misunderstanding ng partner mo, boyfriend mo, girlfriend mo, and then for a while ginost ka niya. So during the ghost time, binlock ka niya sa mga social media accounts, so hindi mo siya makontak. So what you did, gumawa ka ng bagong account, anonymous account or bagong account na different yung name, and then nag-reach out ka using that account dahil inisip mo that's a new account, baka makakuha ka ng reply kasi nga binlock ka niya sa mga social media accounts nyo. Okay, so during the time na ginost ka, hindi naman siya nag-reply doon sa message na yon for whatever reason. Siguro hindi niya nakita or what. For whatever reason, during that ghosting period, hindi naman siya nag-reply doon. Then let's say after 2 months, after ghosting, bumalik siya sa'yo, nagkausap kayo, nagkabalikan kayo, and then things seems to be working fine. And then, yung everything is working fine na, all of a sudden, naka-receive ka ng reply doon sa new account or anonymous account na ginawa mo. Yung boyfriend mo or girlfriend mo nag-reply doon. So, it was a late reply. Kasi during the time na nag-ghost siya, tapos nag-reach out ka using the new account, hindi siya nag-reply. Ngayon, nagkaayusan na kayo, saka naman siya nag-reply. So, ikaw naman, out of curiosity, iniisip mo you are doing well, pero bakit siya nagkaroon ng interest na sagutin or mag-reply doon sa new account? So, ginawa mo, nagpatuloy ka, nag-reply ka. So, siguro, iniisip mo, nag-reply ka dahil gusto mong makilala yung partner mo kung ano yung mga gusto niyang sabihin na hindi niya nasasabi sa'yo na pwede niyang sabihin sa stranger. But the problem is, when you start chatting with him or with her using that new account, nagiging frequent na yung chatting.
Romantic.
Oo, nagiging frequent na yung chatting hanggang sa later on nagiging romantic na yung chatting ninyo. And then, it feels like nagpapakita na siya ng emotional investment. So, ang tanong dito, is it considered cheating or not? Kasi behind the scene naman, alam mo naman sa sarili mo na ikaw yon. And then, ang second, so yun yung first question, is it considered cheating? Kahit na ikaw naman yung nasa likod yon, hidden. And second question, kung magkaroon man ng emotional investment na yung partner mo, anong gagawin mo? Should you reveal yourself na ikaw talaga yon? And then, what comes next kung i-reveal mo? Kung baka you will run the risk na mag-away kayo, magkahiwalay kayo. Or number 3, you will play along na lang to save the relationship. Anyway, you might enjoy yung mga flirting, sweet nothings na exchange ninyo. So, anong opinion mo doon? Let's start with the first question. Is it considered cheating?
For me, oo, I think yes. For me, I consider it cheating. Why? Kasi number 1, magkarelasyon tayo, why are you texting someone while we're together? Tapos nagte-text ka sa iba na nakikipag-flirt ka. Why?
Kasi remember, ginawa mo yung account na yon, yung panahon na ginost ka niya to reach out to him. Yung panahon naman na ginost ka niya, hindi naman siya nakikipag-chat sa'yo. So means, yung panahon na hindi kayo nakikita, it means hindi na siya nakikipag-usap sa ibang tao eh.
All the more to be considered as cheating. Kasi yung time na ngayon talaga na tayo saka ka makikipag-flirt sa ibang tao.
Okay.
Saka ka makikipag-entertain sa ibang tao. Bakit?
So siguro, sinagot niya yung old message doon out of curiosity. Pero don't you think yung mistake is with the sender? Kasi
di parang nangyari naging
kumbaga,
victim blaming tayo sa situation.
Hindi kasi kumbaga kung from the start sinabi mo na ay ako to yung bagong account na ginawa ko to, ginamit ko to reach out yung panahon na ginost mo ko. So no need to text me in this chat. Kaso ang nangyari, kumbaga tinest mo rin yung loyalty niya, kaya nagpretend ka to be someone else. It's so bad na naging engaging yung chatting, and then naging invested siya.
Yun nga yung point. So bakit pa siya magcha-chat? Bakit pa siya sasagot? So let's say na curious nga siya. After ko sumagot dun sa first message niya, sumagot siya sa message ko, tapos sumagot ako ulit, o after niya malaman na kung sino ko or whatsoever, nang hindi ko nire-reveal na ako talaga yon. So bakit sumagot pa siya? Bakit tinuloy-tuloy niya pa from the moment na sumagot ako ng hi, hello, tapos sumagot din siyang hi, hello, tapos nag-introduce ako kunyari ng ibang pangalan, ba't kinontinue niya pa? Tapos to the point na nagiging romantically na yung messages, nagiging sweet na. Bakit? Pwede naman right there and then i-stop nyo, ba't kinontinue pa rin ng partner mo? So it means it shows of dissatisfaction sa current relationship ng lalaki.
Okay, so let's say ganun na nga, let's move to the second question. So i-reveal mo na ikaw nga yon, yung sender na yon?
Ayoko siyang mawala, hindi ko na lang i-reveal. At the same time, mag-i-stop na ako mag-message. Or baka mag-hint na ako na, ay, kilala kita actually at alam ko rin na may girlfriend ka, blah blah blah. Ganon. Then from there, mag-i-stop na ako. Kapag pinarso niya ako, then saka ko i-reveal na ako yun. Pero kung hindi na rin ako happy on that current relationship, di right there and there, i-reveal ko na ako yun. Sasabihin ko na, ba't mo to ginagawa? Nag-cheat ka na, blah blah blah. Kasi, yun yung 2 scenarios ko So, what do you think? Valid naman yung reason ko. As a female, ganun.
Okay, so narinig na natin yung opinion ng kasama natin dito. But let's try to discuss this topic using the principles ng psychology or principles ng relationship. So, I believe relationship should be founded with transparency, honesty, and trust. Kasi kung i-build niyo yung relationship under a shaky foundation, hindi to magtatagal. So siguro you will like each other dahil nasa idealization stage lang kayo, nag-enjoy pa kayo sa honeymoon phase, yung flirting, sweet nothings, ganon. Pero kung gusto nyo mag-last yung relationship, dapat yung foundation is honesty, transparency, tsaka honesty. So number 1, mali nga yung tinest yung boyfriend or girlfriend mo using anonymous account. Kasi ano yan eh, you are opening doors for anxiety and doubt. Kasi number 1, kung tinetest mo siya, ibig sabihin sa sarili mo, nagda-doubt ka. You need reassurance kung love ka niya talaga or faithful talaga siya sa'yo. So the fact na nag-initiate ka ng test means may anxiety na kang nararamdaman eh. You need reassurance, validation. So it's either na ikaw ay may problema, and kung hindi mo nakuha yung validation na hinahanap mo, mas dinoble pa yung problem mo, don't you think?
I agree.
Pero kung transparency naman, kung sinabi mo na ikaw yon, and then fair yung situation, walang mystery na nagaganap, I think you can test naman the person in a fair situation. So kakaroon siya ng fair chance to explain himself, to demonstrate how he loves you, how she loves you, yung validation. Kumbaga yung validation na hinahanap mo will come organically kaysa sa ganito na controlled yung senaryo, ikaw yung gumawa ng script, ikaw yung naggawa ng senaryo na may mystery na nagaganap, mysterious person. So either either na mag-respond siya positively, makuha mo yung validation na ginugusto mo,
magiging toxic person ka lang.
Oo, toxic person. Kasi parang manipulation nangyari. Manipulation, tapos
mare-restless din yung mind mo.
Correct. At saka iisipin mo na yung nakuha mo bang validation, totoo ba yon or hindi mo rin alam kasi scripted yung nangyari. It doesn't happen organically. Kung sakali naman na negative nga yung naging response, like nagiging romantically involved na siya dun sa mysterious person na yon, gumawa ka naman ng unnecessary drama sa relationship mo. Tapos in the end, kapag ni-reveal mo, pag-aawayan nyo lang yon, ikaw naman pala yun eh. Kumbaga, gumawa ka, nag-fabricate ka ng drama, nag-fabricate ka ng problem unnecessarily. So,
tsaka the fact na tinest mo yung loyalty ng partner mo, it means ikaw sa sarili mo, subconsciously, hindi ka confident sa kung anong meron kayo ngayon.
Correct. Pero let's say naipit ka na nga sa ganong sitwasyon, na-test mo na siya, tapos naging romantically involved na nga dun sa mysterious person, which is ikaw rin naman. Let's say naipit ka na sa ganong sitwasyon. So, ano lang yan eh, dalawa. It's either that ikaw magbigay ng closure, you can stop the chatting, mag-disappear ka na lang, and then give closure to yourself. Or kung hindi ka naman tatahimik, ano bang alternative? I-reveal mo, tapos pag-aawayan nyo lang. Tapos
at the end, babalik ka rin naman sa kanya.
Oo, kasi yung drama na ginawa, it didn't happen organically, fabricated yun eh. So sometimes may wisdom sa silence, lalo na yung problem naman ikaw naman gumawa. So may wisdom sa silence.
Pero yun lang, pag ginawa mo yun, dapat buo sa loob mo, tsaka structured na talaga kung ano ba yung gusto mo ma-achieve na outcome.
Correct. Siguro kung i-disclose mo yun sa kanya, so be transparent, ba't mo ginawa yon? Para suklian ka rin niya ng transparency. Pero kung sa tingin mo, hindi siya naging as transparent as you, or hindi siya naging as honest as you, so siguro that's the opportunity to reassess kung ano ba talagang ine-expect mo sa relationship, and kung paano mo gustong patakboyin yung relationship ninyo. And kung kasi ang relationship naman, it takes two. Hindi naman pwedeng laging siya yung magkikerry sa'yo, and vice versa. Hindi naman din pwedeng ikaw yung laging loving and caring. Dapat laging reciprocal, mutual, yung trust, yung transparency, yung honesty, tsaka yung love. But we are not perfect. So nangyayari yon, it happens, and we make mistakes, but we learn from the mistakes. So sa relationship naman, may sinasabing forming, storming and forming. Let's say ni-reveal mo nga yung situation, tapos nag-away kayo. So isipin mo na lang na yung relationship ninyo dumaan sa storm. Yan yung storming. Kung ma-overcome nyo yung storm na yan, ang susunod dyan, forming. So matututo siyang mag-adjust kung anong gusto mo, matututo ka rin mag-adjust kung anong gusto niya. You will learn your boundaries, both of you, and then each of you will respect the boundaries of each other. Magbibigayan kayo, and then after the storm, you can form stronger. Kung sakali naman after the storm, after nitong pagtatalo ninyo, argument, tong test, nag-break up kayo, so it only shows yung health status, yung strength ng relationship nyo. So kung yung relationship nyo hindi nakasurvive sa ganong klaseng storm, so maybe it's not meant, or it's a sign. It's not meant, it's a sign that you have to reassess kung ano yung kaya mong i-contribute, kung anong kaya mong i-tolerate sa relationship. And siya rin naman, it's a sign for him to reassess kung kayo nga ba talaga yung tamang pair. So sabi nga, it rains everywhere, wala namang perfect. So kung bawat relationship may kanya-kanyang struggles, kanya-kanyang problem, so nagkakatalo na lang sa bonding ninyo kung parehas kayo willing to work towards the relationship, parehas kayo willing na mag-communicate, mag-invest. I think doon nakasalalay yung strength, yung longevity ng relationship. Hindi yung test is one factor lang, pero hindi yan yung magde-determine ng longevity ng relationship ninyo. Hindi naman porket na mag-fail siya sa test mo, that's the end of the road. Pwede naman na
reconciliation, acceptance,
forgiveness. Oo. Kasi lalo na kung love mo naman yung tao, love can make miracles, love can move mountains. So hindi natin dapat ialisin yon sa equation. People make mistakes, pero yun nga, ang forgiveness naman is an abundant supply. Hindi naman nauubos yung forgiveness and love. Okay, thank you for spending time with us. So we will try to upload some meaningful videos, and kung may suggestion kayo at gustong idagdag, you can write down your comments in the comment section. Kung meron kayong mga gustong topic na gustong i-discuss natin, you can write your suggestion, and then we will pick it up. Sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, so please subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!